So the $61 billion Ukraine aid bill has just passed the House of Representatives, 311 to 112 in favor of Ukraine. The question on everyone's lips is, will it make a difference? Firstly, it's important to note that this foreign aid package totals $95 billion and also includes $26 billion to Israel. It breaks down into $5.2 billion for the Iron Dome and other various aerial defense systems, $4.4 billion to replenish miscellaneous defense articles, $2.4 billion for current US military operations, and so on. There's also a continued ban of funds going to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency. What's interesting is, for me at least, is this had far more bipartisan support than the Ukraine package. For the majority of Republicans voted against Ukraine, but for Israel, the House approved this 366 to 58. There's also $8 billion going into the Indo-Pacific Security Supplemental Appropriations Act, which are basically efforts to deter and counter China. This includes $3.3 billion for submarine infrastructure development, think dry dock constructions, $2 billion for foreign military financing, particularly for Taiwan, $1.9 billion to replenish mainly Taiwanese defense articles, and more. This was even more bipartisan than Israel, passing 385 to 34. The majority of funding is clearly going to Ukraine, however, $23.2 billion to replenish defense articles and services, $11.3 billion for current US military operations in the region, $13.8 for advanced weapons, and more. What's interesting is, to appease certain Republicans, the legislation seeks the repayment of $10 billion from Ukraine, which sort of mirrors what Trump has been pushing for a while now, that any aid to Ukraine should be a loan. However, the president would be able to forgive these loans starting in 2026. So if Biden is re-elected, expect that to happen. There was also a TikTok sale/ban bill which got sneaked through with sanctions on Iran, and this passed 360 to 58. Reminder, I am also on other platforms, link in bio. One highlight from this entire thing is, I think we saw one of the best pieces of oratory I've ever heard from America in a very long time. Michael McCall, Republican of Texas and chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee, on Saturday said, "We cannot be afraid of this moment. We have to do what is right. Evil is on the march. History is calling, and now is the time to act. History will judge us by our actions here today." As we deliberate on this vote, you have to ask yourself this question: am I Chamberlain or Churchill? I've also seen this Churchill quote a lot in the comment sections. Americans can always be counted on to do the right thing after they have exhausted all other possibilities. So will the $61 billion make a difference? Well, Ukraine have been rationing air defense and artillery ammunition, especially for many months now, and now with the assurance of long-term American support, they will feel safe to use their remaining stockpiles with less reservations. So that's an immediate change on the ground. And the longer term, well, one of the main reasons why many countries might not be contributing much to the war effort is simply, it's generally a very bad idea to invest in the losing side of a war. Not only will you not get a return on your investment as you shovel money into a literal black hole, but it doesn't really set up your country to be in a very good position in the new post-war status quo. But with the Western hegemons backing many more countries, you'll feel much more at ease to contribute to the war effort. So in my opinion, this is a big win for Ukraine, but what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below.